What's up, scholars? Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be ranking the anime I've seen this year so far. October is coming up and there's a lot of anime coming out in the latter half of the year, especially like October onward. So I wanted to kind of rank the anime I've seen so far this year before all of that craziness happens, like Chainsaw Man is coming out. So I'm going to be ranking the ones I've seen this year. Some of them are ones that were released this year. There are some that were not released this year that I just kind of caught up with, that I was like way behind on watching. But a lot of them are from this year, so that'll kind of help even things out. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rank the anime I've seen so far. I'm leaving out the shows that I've seen already that I've rewatched this year, because I have done a lot of rewatching this year with some of the anime I've seen. So I'm going to leave those out, despite how much it pains me to do so. I'm going to leave those out and just go from the ones I've seen. I've included, I think, 14 different ones that I have watched. So I think that's a pretty good amount. It's a decent amount of shows that I've watched this year. I'm going to be screen recording, so you'll be able to see like the tier and everything of how I rank it. So yeah, let's get to it and let's rank these anime. I am so excited to do this. So first on this list, I've got to do 86. So 86 is easily an S tier anime for me, especially all of it from beginning to end was just phenomenal. I loved the storytelling, I loved the cinematography, the dialogue, the action, the animation, like all of it was just so incredible from start to finish. And especially the last two episodes, I was crying the entire time watching the last two episodes. Oh my goodness. For those who haven't heard of 86, for those who haven't watched 86, it's probably one of my highest recommended animes. It's just so phenomenal. It's not just like a normal like mecha anime. There's so much detail. There's so much symbolism that's going on. It's more than just the fighting. It's more than just the politics. It goes so much deeper than that. And the music is fantastic. The voice actors do such a great job, and I honestly love the storyline. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil this anime for those who haven't seen it. And I've got 2 of the light novels now. I bought some of the light novels so I can continue reading 86 until, the next season comes out, whenever that is. But oh my goodness, 86 easily the best anime I've seen all year. Like, best anime I've seen all year. Okay, so next I'm going to skip a few and I'm going to go to Ranking of Kings. Whoops. Ranking of Kings is also one that I watched this year that is an S tier anime. Oh my goodness. First of all, Boji is best boy. Precious, precious boy. I was late to get on this anime. I just recently finished it. Whenever it first came out, I kind of wasn't like a fan. I was like, maybe not. I'm probably not going to watch this one. And I judged it way too soon. 2 episodes in and I was completely hooked. 3 episodes in and it won my heart. The storytelling is so good at subverting expectations, at taking known tropes and twisting them on their head and doing things new with their characters, and I absolutely love it. It is so good. It's not a simple story by any means. It's super complex, almost over complex, that you like have to think about every facet that's going on. Every character has a motivation, and their motivations are multifaceted and have like really deep meanings and connections. It's just, by the time I finished this anime, I was a wreck, and I loved it so much. It holds a special place in my heart, not just for the storytelling, but specifically for me, the representation of mothers in this show is better than almost any other show I've ever seen in any media, for representation of how deep a mother's love truly is. It was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 show. So those... Okay, so see, this is where I run into a problem, because if I had my way, I'd rank all of these in like the first 3 categories and there'd be none down like C and D. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more critical of these shows. If I can. It's going to be very hard. So the next one, I will say Demon Slayer goes into the A ranking. It was amazing. The Entertainment District arc was fantastic. I think what puts it up here for me is purely the duality we see between siblings. Oh my God. I mean, of course, you know, the animation is amazing. The story is good. And I love how Tanjiro's psyche and his character grew a lot. There was a lot explored within his mentality, and there was a lot explored within Nezuko's mentality. And I really, really liked that dynamic that it brought to this season. I'm not going to say anything more. One of my favorite characters came out of this season with the best backstory, but I'm not I'm not going to say anything else. Because of those qualities of it, it gets an A ranking. It's not quite as like masterful storytelling as the other two, so it's staying down there. So Attack on Titan, I am torn because Attack on Titan deserves to be S tier. But it didn't have the emotional tug that these other two had for me. So it's going to be like at the very top of the A tier, because I love when animes can instill a whole bunch of different emotions with me. There were some really good moments that tugged at my heart in this last season, especially this last season. There was a whole lot that went on, like plot twist wise, revelation wise, terror wise. Like Attack on Titan beats all of them. And the storytelling was good. I see, this is where I get in trouble. It's gonna temporarily be there. If I change my mind, I'll change my mind. But for now, it goes there. Okay, so I'm gonna go. So don't hate me for this, but my dress up darling is going to be in the C category. It was a very cute story. It was a very cute little rom-com. And I love Marin and I love Gojo. They are both really good characters. It got a little too much for me at times. I think those who watch the show know exactly what I'm talking about. But I mean, it was still a really cute story, and I did like how Gojo had his moments of personal growth, and I love how Marin really is her own person and not afraid to voice what she likes and what she dislikes, and how she is supportive of Gojo no matter what. Even if she doesn't really understand it, she is supportive of him. So I do love that aspect about it. But out of the ones I've watched this year so far, it'll have to stay in the C category. Nothing's gonna be in the D category. Nothing's gonna be in the D category. Okay, so yeah. So Kaguya-sama, it deserves an A spot. It does. The comedy is top tier. Season 3, episode 5 alone was just perfection. And the ending, the finale of season 3 was so satisfying. So I really enjoyed it. I love all of Kaguya-sama. It's one of the most creative and just fun romantic comedies that I've seen in an anime. So the creativity on this show is like next to none. I love it. Okay, so this is one. Gosh, I'll have to place this one. This was, I'm gonna butcher the name, Meiji Tokyo Renka. This was one that it came out a couple years ago, I think in like 2016 or something, it came out some time ago, and it just was under the radar, and I happened to stumble across it on Crunchyroll one day, and I binged the entire thing, and I really enjoyed it. I know some of the voice actors that were in that show, and that made it so much more enjoyable for me because I love getting to recognize voice actors that I'm familiar with. I always watch in subs, so especially when I hear those sub voices that I'm so used to hearing, it just makes me happy. I really liked this one. It was just like a fun, very simple, straightforward romantic comedy type thing, and kind of an isekai story. What puts it down in C is just, for me, it's the ending. I'm not going to say anything, so this is basically going to be spoiler free as much as I can help it. So the ending's what gets it there for me, but I still really enjoyed that one. That one was a lot of fun to watch. I really liked it. So the first B one is going to be Love of Kill. Oh my goodness, I did not think I was going to like this one as much as I did. The premise was exciting. It's, you know, it's a romance of, oh, the cop versus the killer type dynamic. And oh my gosh, Young-ha has my heart, my whole heart in his hands, and he would probably use me. There is nothing I didn't like about this show. I really liked it. It's super underrated in my opinion, but what keeps it from going up for me, one, the story is just getting started, so like you've barely scratched the surface of what's going on, and because the story is just like the slow roller at first, it doesn't get as high for me. But oh my goodness, comedy, top notch. Banter between main characters, so good. And okay, let's see. Classroom of the Elite is an A. I'm currently watching the second season of Classroom of the Elite. Oh my goodness, the most recent episode, wow. Yeah, I love Ayano Koji as a main character. He is frightening, to say the least, but such fun to watch how his brain works. And I'm really enjoying this dynamic. It's a lot of thinking, and the story is complicated. His motivations are super complicated. I like complicated things, if you can't tell. So Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I know I'm late to the game. I just now got around to watching this one this year. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it took me so long. But yes, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is an S tier anime. I absolutely loved the storytelling and the characters. The dialogue was great. The animation was great, especially since it came out a little bit ago. Not too long ago, but a little while ago. All of it was just like so perfect, and it just felt so satisfying to watch. And I will say, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the one character who creeped me out the most was the character I never expected to creep me out. They had there's some really good twists in here. There's a lot of in-depth storytelling, in-depth foreshadowing, and plot. Just perfection. I loved this anime. So now we're getting down to the wire. I don't know what to do. Okay. So, Tomodachi Game. Gosh, I really loved this one. Tomodachi Game was so much fun. Yuichi, boy. It's kind of in the same position as Love of Kill. Like, it's just now getting started. Like, we're really just now getting introduced to these characters. So it is going to go above Love of Kill, but it is going to be a B ranked. I don't know. Yes, it is. It's going to stay there. It's so good. No, you know what? It goes up here with A. And I think, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, trapped in a dating sim. I can't even focus anymore. Okay, so Trapped in the Dating Sim is one that I was just pleasantly surprised with. Oh my gosh, the story was so much fun, and I love the main character. Love, love, love the main character. He was so much fun to follow. Just such a hoot, so cocky and overconfident, yet protective. This is such a fun one to watch. It's only like 12 episodes, and it's really, really fun. It's a quick watch, it's an easy watch. It's just a good anime that I enjoyed watching. I really recommend you go watch this show if you haven't seen it. A lot of people just overlook it. I will say I absolutely love the OP for this anime. It's on one of my anime playlists. I listen to it all the time. It is so good. This is a good one. Very underrated. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. Attack on Titan's going in S tier. Okay, Spy Family. There's another one that's coming back in October that I'm really excited for. The second core of Spy Family. Okay, you know what? I have to give it to Spy Family. It goes into the A tier. It was so good. Just right out the gate was so great. The characters are compelling. The design is great. The animation just pops off randomly at some times. I absolutely love Anya and I absolutely love Damien. Their dynamic, one, is hilarious, and two, it's adorable. I love this show so much. The dynamic between perception of how people want to be perceived as, to hide who they really are, this whole scheme, this plan that's going on, it's so good, and I'm so excited for the second core. It's a solid A spot. Okay, so the last one is the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. This one is currently airing and I'm currently watching it. It's just aired episode 9 or 10, I believe. This one, this was kind of like Love a Kill. I did not expect to like this one as much, but I am loving it. Loving it. It is so good. I love Kirishima as a main character. He is so great. And little baby Yaika is adorable. The whole premise is hilarious, and it gets into a bunch of just found family and wholesomeness, while you still have some of the darker themes that go along with, being a Yakuza. So there's that as well. That was so good. Because it's still airing, I am putting it in my B ranking. Because it's not quite done yet, so I can't make a full final decision. The reason Classroom of the Elite, even though I'm still watching it, got to the A was because, it had a whole first season to set itself in place. The end of season 1 for Classroom of the Elite was fantastic. Okay, but yeah, so this is my ranking. So let me check this. Let me see if I'm gonna make any last minute changes. Okay, so honestly, top of all top is 86. See, I'm partial to Ranking of Kings right now because I literally just finished it. I think I'm gonna keep, okay, so I'm gonna keep this order for the S tiers. Okay, so those are set in stone. They're done. We're done. A tiers. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is it. I think this is my final selection for animes that I've seen so far this year. Top of the top is 86. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen that anime, go watch it. It's one of the best animes I've seen, not just this year, just in general, one of the best animes I've ever seen. So good. Same with all the others. Like, there's not one on this list that I disliked. There's not one that I couldn't finish. I finished all of these, except for, you know, the ones that are currently airing that I'm watching week by week. But I finished all of these. I haven't seen one that I haven't been able to finish so far this year. Well, I did see one, and I dropped it on the third episode, but it didn't even, that would have to be like a negative, like, F. But it's not even, I'm not even going to mention it. Other than that, I finished pretty much every anime I've started this year, and they've all been really good. Like, none of them have been bad. None of them have, you know, not met my expectations. Like, especially, like, even the C tiers, like, they were all really good, and they met my expectations about what it was going to be. And it just kind of goes up with what, like, exceeded my expectations. So yeah, so that's the video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've seen any of these anime, let me know what you would rank them, and if whatever anime that you've watched this year, what would you rank them? Like, what are your top animes of the year? Or maybe what are some animes that you haven't enjoyed watching? Let me know down below. I'm so excited for October, because it's going to be a great month for anime. I'm very, very, very excited and looking forward to it, because I know I'm going to have so many more to add to this list, especially come next year. Next year's list is going to be so good, and I'm very excited for it. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more of my content, make sure you subscribe down below. Leave me a like and a comment if you will. If you want, that's fine. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all next time, scholars. Bye!